Alright, welcome to the next video in the series. As you can tell, I'm not still in Swamp of Sorrows. Didn't turn in anything. I just left them all on complete because this won't take me too long, and I wanted to get it done in a video. And I'll head back to Swamp of Sorrows, do whatever else I need to do over there in this recording. But I'm going to pick up my Felsteed quest line because all it really does is send me to Ratchet, and I can get my mount for free. Love this class. But once I do that, I'll be heading back to Swamp of Sorrows. Alright, and I already did pick up a couple new abilities. It was a replacement for Immolate and Demon Armor. That's about it. There were a couple others, but I'm gonna wait money-wise. I still have a good amount of money, so it's not that bad. But I'm gonna wait until I am. Sorry. I'm gonna wait until I need to do another dungeon run before I grab Soulstone, because I almost never need it. If I need it for myself, this should be fine.
Well met.
Arisandra, you've seen fit to grace us with your presence. How wonderful. Hope you do not expect us to wait on you hand and foot also. You may be growing quickly in power, but you are still a pup when it comes to true knowledge and understanding. If you are not careful, corruption will overwhelm you in your weak will. But I should get to the point. Strahd wishes to speak to you. He is still residing in his tower overlooking Ratchet and the Barrens. That should just not take him too long.
Farewell.
The reason I can do it pretty quickly is I still have my hearth set to Ratchets. Gotta take care of a couple things, but I'll do it at the end when I end the first current recording. I did keep this because while it would mean losing out on the intellect, I'm tempted to use it because I would still gain stamina, and the spirit isn't completely useless, but chances are I'm going to keep using my current cloak. Also, let's see what's sold, because I was literally off the game for like 20-30 minutes. Ah, one of the ropes. Good. Some of those items sold for quite a bit. Can sell for quite a bit. So. I also wanted to pick this up, because this is going to make the back and forth in Swamp of Sorrows so much easier for me. And you guys, too, because I usually keep the back and forth recorded, so it's probably better that I'm doing this. Probably should have double-checked to make sure. I know I'm recording. Yeah, no. Usually, the only time I have an issue with the recording software is after I restart my computer or shut it down and then turn it back on. So, like, it's rare, but if something changes with it, it's gonna be during one of those occasions. Oh yeah, the other reason why I was gonna log off is because I just wasted a health stone. Yeah, too late.
You need something?
So you've decided to grace my presence again. How kind of you. My acolytes wondered if you'd ever show up. I told them there was no doubt. Wherein power is concerned, you are drawn in like a moth to the flame. I would give you a reward for your patience and hard work, but know this. The ability to summon a Felsteed will be much more difficult in the future. You will have to earn it, and it will not be easy. For now, go with the power to summon such a creature and use it as you see fit.
Be careful.
No, Can
I help you?
Good luck, Arisandra. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
See you around.
I was tempted to make it so that I had to run all the way to Desolace. Not run there specifically, but go back to Desolace. Do a bunch of not do a bunch of quests. Go to one of the other outlying regions down there and actually tame one of the Felsteeds. I think it's over here. No. It's in the mountains somewhere. I can't remember where it's at though. And tame one of the Felsteeds using Enslaved Demon, and then count that as me taming it. And I could still do that, but since I'm technically not actually role-playing in these videos, I might still do it in the I might still do it in one of the videos, but I still want to make use of it. And I really wanted to see my Felsteed. All right. Nice. Not the fastest mount you'll ever see, but it's nice, and I do like having my demonic horse. Dreadseed's gonna be even better in a lot of ways, anyways. And I will say this now as well. I will be probably getting a separate horse for roleplay purposes when I'm in like innocent town girl mode, I guess, roleplay. Wise, like she'll probably get like a Pinto or something. I'm not sure exactly. I don't really care what it is, and that's a ways off when I have money to actually spare. But for now, this is what I have, and I'm really happy to get a Felsteed. Alright. This is not the end of the recording, of course. I'll put a pause in the recording for myself, and when I get back, I should be back in the Swamp of Sorrows. Actually, one thing is going to happen is I'm probably going to end up going to... It's going to be a backwards thing. I'm going to go to Nethergard, turn in the quest there, go Swamp of Sorrows to turn in the quest there, and then up here probably. And then probably back up there or something. We'll see exactly. But that's for me to figure out. Alright. Welcome back to the series with Arisandra. I do got a bit to talk about because I have no idea how this is going to be. It's probably going to be like how I was talking in the first part of this recording or end of last recording. I don't know how it's going to work out. Because the last video was actually not the last one specifically, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I'll say this. I've done 2 full recordings so far of Swamp of Sorrows. The first one was good length, it's going to go up normally. Second one was a little long and might be able to be edited down to being a good enough, like, within my range of exception, I guess, of how long my videos can be. But I also started recording a third one, but I couldn't finish it the other day. Because of that, I'm not sure if that one's going to be tacked on to the previous one, depending on how short it is, or tacked onto this one, at the start of this one. It could also be that there's a mix between the previous main recording and this main recording. But we'll see more than anything else. So I'm sorry this seems to be jumping around a bit, but it probably will be fine. I'm probably just worrying about nothing. It's going to be more of a question of how this recording goes, and I can't figure that out as of now. So it has been a few days. I did my recording, the upload with my dwarf Kazagal. I was recorded yesterday, and it should be going up tomorrow. I talked about that a bit on there, so I don't have to talk about it too much. Probably gonna do another one of those after this because I have a lot of Arisandra recordings. Because me saying that now, if you're watching this, you'll probably have noted that my dwarf one was probably like a good week or 2 before this recording, but when it got uploaded, because I was trying to like pretty much have like a upload of Arisandra and then the other recording that's a couple days in the a couple days between recordings with Arisandra is gonna be just whatever characters I've recorded and want to play at the time, more or less. The more characters it ends up being, I'll just separate them more and more, but for now it's pretty much like 2 recordings of World of Warcraft, more or less, I guess you could say, in a week. But I don't need to keep talking. It's gonna be a decent journey, so I'm just gonna turn this quest in, read the dialogue, and then I'll head over to Swamp of Sorrows. We'll be taking the, well, road-ish. I'm pretty sure I have to take the road. I think? Probably. And I'll be going up through here to Sourguard and then back over there.
Well met.
You have something for me? Ah, thank you, Arisandra. So many supplies are lost from Darkshire to here. It's good to see that some were recovered.
Light bless you.
Yeah, I was really hoping he was going to give me a follow-up. That's another thing I was a bit worried about. Alright, oh, we're over here. I'll put you here. Yep. There it is. My fell steed. So happy to get it. It also make the travel a little bit, well, quicker, but easier too. Actually, is there a person I could buy from out here? It doesn't look so. Because I definitely need to get more food. Because I'm running low on that, and I have to go back to Stranglethorn or cook a different type of food to be able to get more. Most of the food, actually all the food I can make right now is from Stranglethorn, more or less. Oh yeah, no. Going through there would be a death sentence. It's already pretty rough going through here. Right, the first time I walked through here, I ended up like getting a boar aggroed onto me. But yeah. So as I talked about in yesterday's recording, oh, actually one thing I do want to say involving yesterday's recording too, is that I feel like something seems off with my audio, and I couldn't really figure it out from the previous recording. Maybe I'll with my recording with Kazagal. But well, I will check it out with this one. Maybe it could just be I could just be imagining it. So I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try not to worry about it too much right now. But yeah. After this recording is done, I will be cooking myself dinner. It shouldn't be too. It's a pretty hands off, but I might edit up another video, because even though outside of the recording with Kazagal, I haven't really been recording and I hadn't been editing anything in a bit. As of right now, I still have to edit my Alterac videos. The last editing I did was for the Manrock Coven episodes, which were actually going up as of right now, more or less. Like, I think one went up recently and the other one is going to come up very soon. So I have to get the Alterac ones edited soon so those can upload next. Do you have the wizard's reagents, Arisandra? Ah, you found them. With these, the wizards in Nethergarden may continue their work. I do not know what it is they do, but it is linked to the Dark Portal in the Blasted Lands and is vital to the security of the Alliance. I owe you greatly, Arisandra. An honorable heart beats within you, and now I have another task for which I humbly ask your aid. If I'm ever to reach Nethergard, then I must fix this wagon, and for that I will need wood. Strong, dry wood, not the spongy, tangled wood of the swamps trees. Arisandra, go east to the coast and search for driftwood that has been dried by the sun. Bring it to me. I think his previous one sent me to the east, right? So I'm not just like, it wasn't just a waste of time not to get that before I went over. Whatever. I can't worry about that anymore. I don't care about the travel back. The main reason I was a little bit worried about the recording is that I have a couple to turn in, but the majority are actually, what was it? Oh, no, sorry. It's primarily the quest to turn in. There's not really a whole lot of killing, which is why I do feel like I might mix this recording up with the previous one, so I can, and maybe the one before that, who knows. Just so I have a good couple recordings, a few recordings going up that isn't without combat, more or less. We'll see, though. I can already say I love having a mount now. So much faster. What is my riding speed? Oh, it's skills, I think, right? Riding 75. Just says 75, but whatever. I think it's like 40%, maybe 60%. I think it's 40%. I think 60% is the next one. Is it? No, that seems a little low, but it could be, I don't know. Definitely misjudging it, whatever it is. Alright, I'll probably pick up food like I said too. I'll do that after.
Need help?
I don't want to lose my father's legacy. Have you had any luck? I cannot describe how pleased I am. I had generations looking down upon me with anger before, and I feel peaceful. Maybe I can return to Stormwind soon. Thanks again.
Go with honor, friend.
Just check something. Oh yeah. Forgot about that. Just Instacarted a little bit ago. I try to avoid doing it too often. Let's send you in now. Oh, hello.
Sorrowguard is a bastion in this foul land.
I take it you've had no luck. This is it. You found it. I must say, looking at this again after all these years is quite something. I really wish I actually made myself keep looking for that thing instead of looking online. Because honestly, me just like giving up looking for it myself, I don't know. It really, I don't know. The classic field would be more to like figure it out for myself, wouldn't it? One thing I do want to say, I know I haven't talked about Pantheon in a bit, and I haven't done any recordings or streams of it. I think when I do that, I'm not gonna look up anything. I think I'm gonna try to keep it, at least for a while, anyways. Eventually, I'll start looking stuff up, but I'm gonna try to like keep notes myself, like that, and have to look back at my notes for new characters and all that kind of thing. It might be fun actually to make myself go through that a little bit more. Oh, coffee's cold. That's because I put a lot of milk in. Sorry, I kind of like stopped that.
Danger lurks.
This tome holds a great history to the nation of Stormwind and should be stored as such. A holy warrior fell on this battlefield many years ago, and this tome remains intact. The tome's words are holy scripture, and I would ask it to be placed among the cathedral's great books. I ask of you to travel to Stormwind and speak with Archbishop Benedictus to see if he would take this book within the cathedral to be preserved. My mentor would ask this of me, I am certain. Let us do our duty. I'm trying to think if I should wait to pick it up.
Walk softly. Danger lurks.
I just hope I'm not dumb and forget about it. If I do, I could just do it off camera, because I always look back after, more or less. Because whenever I have to go through the recordings, I don't really pay attention to the recordings too much, so anyone watching these, please let me know if you notice something that is off or wrong. Whether it's just like my playstyle or something I forgot, or just even editing wise, I forgot a part where I edited. And it's not so much I don't look for them. The videos can be kind of long, so I do skip around a bit, and I can just pass right over them, not thinking of it, not noticing it. But generally, I always edit the beginning and end of recordings. and I generally will try to keep. I can generally remember some of the more major edits I need to do. Oh, actually, before I go wandering into the swamp, so I need to kill more of this. I need to kill more of the crocs, although they're the younger ones, so they should be easy. Gotta kill him, which is a group, and I have to go all the way to the eastern shore to be able to get the driftwood. I don't know what it is about the Swamposaurs. I think it's because even though I've never played the original Warcraft, and I would like to at some point. I've never even played Warcraft 2. I only played Warcraft 3 of the original trilogy, and I'm definitely going to try out them as eventually, but as of right now, I have not. But the I always like the first war, how Stormwind ended up. Well, I don't like how Stormwind fell, but like I just like this area, probably one of the most of all the of World of Warcraft in general. Don't get me wrong, even though I played Warcraft 3, so I like the Plague Lands. I like the pretty much going there and seeing the damage from the Third War, more or less. And Kalimdor I do like too. There's interesting things they did with World of Warcraft that were obviously not in Warcraft. Like I do like the old gods, as well as their Silithid. This character, I'm not sure will go there, but other characters will. Which I could talk about on those characters when it comes around to it. I always put the zones that the character is definitely or most likely going to go to. The only way that ones I put in don't happen is if I change my mind. Which, honestly, I really need to start fighting. So. Alright, let's get some more up on these crocs before I go up against the, any name, the Naboru the Naboru the what again? Is he? The Cudgel. Okay, no, I was gonna say it right. How much? Yeah, 230 mana. It's wouldn't be a waste, but it's a pretty big cost, so I can't really use it too often. It'll be nice against tougher mobs though. Swamp Jaguar. Alright, keep going this way I guess for now. There's Stoneheart again. Oh, hang on, is that? Yep, right there. Oh yeah, I haven't even been using Curse of Weakness, but whatever. Fairly weak at this point, as well as the fact that I have the Rattling Cry of the Dragon Slayer, so everything should die fairly easily. I definitely want to go after Naboru with this buff on, at least. I don't think he'll be tough even without it. Oh, speaking of him, could try going after him now, I guess. Could be a little bit dangerous, I suppose. I think she's going after him too. You know what? Just go after him. He's melee too, so just one thing. Oh crap. I definitely did not need to use Corruption, but this was Corruption and not Agony, since it does the damage a little bit quicker. Easy enough, like I figured. Even though I haven't played in a few days, I feel very comfortable playing Arisandra. I was always looking forward to playing Kazagal as well as a lot of other characters. Kyra might have lost a little bit more of energy pretty quick, a little too quickly, but I still want to play her at some point. I'm not gonna like give up on a character. Just the less fun I have playing them, the slower I'll level them. That's the only real difference. Last one fisherman. That's a sawtooth. Hang on, let me double check something. Yeah, it's young ones. That's what I was reminding myself earlier. The younger ones are the ones I need for the kills. I'm not sure if the older ones don't drop them at all, or they just dropped a lot fewer. I can go turn this quest in while I'm looking, I suppose. So one thing I will say, depending on how how much time, here's one. Depending on how much time it takes for me to actually get the stuff done I have in the zone, I probably will like do part of the recording in a different zone. I would love to go straight to Blasted Lands from here, but that is definitely not going to happen. So either Stranglethorn because of its closeness and the ease of getting there from here, or I will go back to Desolace, which is unlikely, not because I don't want to, but because, like I said, it's closer, and there's fewer quests I actually need to do in Stranglethorn, I think. As of right now, Stranglethorn has a lot more of a... Ooh, let me do this. Because I have a couple of quests. A couple of elite quests, which would be easy enough to do. That I can't do, just I have to get the right drops or buy them, so... If that quest finishes, or if I ever do that quest completely, it's gonna be more or less out of my hands. I'm not gonna try to spend the money on finishing it. If I get the drops, I get the drops. If I don't get the drops, then I'm not doing the quest, more or less. Strain health more on the next one. Oh yeah, I also gotta remember to get more of the, is that enough? Yes it is, nice. I have to make sure I get more soul shards. Yeah. But I think I'm always gonna have the most fun playing, Arisandra and any other warlocks. Just going off of how I've been feeling with Arisandra specifically. It's even more relaxed since I know the character won't die too easily. It's just gonna be more of my own negligence that kills her than anything else, or or overconfidence. Like when I attacked like how many the syndicate? 6 of them, I think. Yeah, I wasn't. Boardwalker not holding aggro, on top of the fact that obviously he can't hold aggro on more than one very easily, if at all. Makes it a little harder to actually take on. Ooh, come on, hard to take on a group like that. Not that my how I'm doing right now is great, but it's not bad. I think it's better to turn this quest and then come back out here. Also, those are all like from the auction house on. Oh, I always forget about you. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, I'll just turn the quest in. Has the feared one been defeated? You have done it. Have you truly defeated the terrible one? This is a joyous day for the Harborage. He was a direct threat to our survival, and we did not have the strength to face him. We are fortunate you could help, outsider. Please, as a symbol of our gratitude, take one of our artifacts from the old world. They serve no purpose to us anymore. We must look to the future and not remember the brutal past. That's exactly the necklace I'll be using. Originally, I remember seeing that and wasn't thinking I was going to. Nobody is dead. We thank you, outsider. You have saved Harborage. The journey here was not pointless after all. Thank you. Oh, yeah, this is the guy I'm gonna go to. I'll use you. Yeah, just so. The Boru's Truncheon? Oh, what? Did I get it from the quest? Doesn't even have a sell price, but it's... Wow. Oh, just get rid of it, because the merchant doesn't want that. Huh? I get it, there's no sell price, but I thought he would just take it for free. I can't use it, though. Can I? Oh, I actually saved this stuff, because I'm going to need to cook more food. It might be good to hold on to that. Oh, what are you? I mean, is there anything else to that one? I went on the wrong one. No, it doesn't look like there is. I mean, use it. Put you there for now. Figure out what I'll do with them after. I'll use you in a bit. Alright, time to get back out into the swamp. One thing I do want to say, apparently there's been a lot of instability with the servers again. So honestly, I'm not sure how much of this character I'm gonna be playing in the upcoming days, and because it seems like it's fine. They haven't had any issues. They did a last fix around 12, and they said it should be good, but they didn't. It didn't. Reading the message, it didn't sound like they were too certain of that either. So we'll see. I might end up starting a new character on Classic or Retail just so I can play that if I'm in the World of Warcraft mood and can't play on Turtle WoW. We'll see though. Definitely save the meat. I should have been saving the other meats too. I just didn't want to use up the bag space to hold on to it for who knows how long. And two, because I didn't have the recipes for it. But considering that the recipes, the ingredients can also be gotten from Stranglethorn, I was just trying to save myself money, but I might need to give it just to level up cooking. Though leveling up cooking is not as much of the problem so much as the just having the food in general. And unfortunately, there was nowhere to log out on this character in Netherguard to allow me to get more rested experience. So I do like making use of it, although I will admit most of the time I don't think about it. I just log off in inns because that just seems like the right place to log out in, honestly. Well, I think there's probably other people that know that too, like not know that feel like that too, and just obviously we just there's no reason to bring it up because there's also a pragmatic reason to do that. So, oh, hang on, yeah, that's the one I killed. I'm forgetting too quick. All right, so the only thing's really left is the driftwood in this. So if I try to go through right now and try to kill whatever I can, go to the coast and then walk back. Baru again. Yeah. But yeah, I'll probably go to Stranglethorn after this, just because there's not too many quests over there right now for me. I could probably pick up more if I need to. What was it again? Oh yeah, Razorfin Downs. Even though it's green, there's. Oh, that's actually, I didn't even see, but works to me. For me, that's exactly what I needed to kill anyways. Oh. Yep. Now that hardcore can only speak to mine. Sure, that's gonna really hurt it. And like I said, in my Kazagal recording, I also said how like I didn't really like how my commentary was, and I might have said sorry a little too much. But honestly, listening back, while I did say a lot, and I did lose my train of thought, it wasn't a lot worse than normal. It was a bit worse, but not a whole lot. Yo, I thought it didn't. But still, I do feel like there are times where I don't talk as much as I could be or should be. I think it's me as well in general, not just like that recording. Usually when I go a bit without the recordings, it seems like my commentary goes down. I think it would be good to start recording games I won't be talking as much in. Not because I can't or shouldn't be, although some of them I shouldn't be either, because there's a lot of in-game dialogue. World of Warcraft has absolutely no dialogue. There's the quest text, but that's read by the player if they decide to even read it, especially out loud. So there's very little that you'll actually hear or see. That was a swamp walker. Got it great. It says I can loot it myself. What is this? Is this something I can loot now? Just as is. What? Oh, every little bit I grab can actually turn into them. Really? Well, I'll save it for now, but I'm probably not gonna actually make any use out of it. A couple warlocks right now, actually, funny enough. You're a swamp walker. You're just a mud lurker. And you are a full-grown sawtooth. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, looks like I'm making a trek to the coast. Is there anywhere specific on the coast that he said to look for? Oh. Oh, that one was completely unnecessary. Sorry about that. Alright, so... Alright, well, it's probably going to be very close to the shore or around the boat specifically, so... But yeah, I would love it if you could still drop it, even if it's a low chance. Oh, yep, man. Definitely don't want to go any more through here. I mean, he is a few levels higher than me. I might actually be able to survive some of these guys. If there's any mages, that would be my best bet. Funny enough. I still find it funny though. He is a mage too. Clearly a frost mage. He killed it fairly easily. It's not too bad. Definitely being careful about how many he aggroes though. Ooh, still more over here. Oh yeah, because I'm not near the. I'm getting closer to the Temple of Atalakar. I thought I was going away from it. Not yet. Oh yeah. As of right now, I don't think there's any other World of Warcraft characters I'll like start anytime soon. Erenethiel's still on pause until like I actually get a couple more characters done. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the next characters I did were tied more to Arisandra. Like, because I was talking about how Vargak was going to be tied to her, and honestly, I'm a little loose about that, but which is not why I stopped playing him by any means. I can't even say I completely stopped playing him either. I still like the rogue. There's going to be another rogue in the future that will be tied to her, and I'll probably be switching between Vargak and him or her. It's probably going to be a her, but not 100% sure on that. Doesn't matter. But there's gonna be characters that are more tied to Arisandra. I don't want to get to a certain part of her leveling experience and or story. I'm not sure exactly how I'd want to define it, but so that they for when they exist more or less, or are hers, I guess. But the what was it? Vargak might still be loosely attached to her, connected to her, but I think just having more characters specifically connected. Okay, I see. Is that? Well, I was gonna say there's definitely more over there, but I don't even see any. All right, back to killing some murlocs. That's gonna be fun. Oh, crap. You just resisted both of those. That's annoying. Drain health will still definitely be the better of the two for actual healing, but that's better for the damage. So it's low recharge too, so be careful on that. Sucks I'm gonna be killing more Murlocs. I just hope I don't have to come back out here just to find out I'm gonna have another quest. What am I saying? This could be another quest at some point. Oh, mage. Wait, what? Ow. One there, but it's not worth going into the middle of that area for it. Go up into the hills again. Oh. Come on, Panther, you're easier to kill than these guys. Why are you even trying? Didn't give me anything for killing you either. You were a bit annoying. Victoria? Oh yeah, not. I don't remember seeing you before, but you're named and not a rare. Therefore, I'm not gonna even attempt. I suppose if I do go for this guy, these guys, no, I can't. I don't want a chance pulling those. Yeah, that'll be my next one. All right, I might even be able to get that one without killing anything, or aggroing anything rather. But yeah, I think this character, because I know her so well, and it's even more relaxing playing her than a new character in some ways. The mobs early on aren't hard to kill by any means, but because there's so few abilities and then I'm not playing a Warlock, I guess it's a little bit less relaxing. Also, with the whole Pantheon thing I was saying earlier, there's a chance I'll do a different class other than Necromancer, but I don't know. It's probably going to be some type of mage character, because I could go for a dwarf character, but I really doubt that. But yeah, well, there's a chance of doing like a Dwarf Warrior. I doubt it. There's other games I'm going to do a Dwarf Warrior on, and I'm definitely going to do it on Pantheon at some point too. But that's going to be more far in the future. Maybe when I like get into a separate mood with dwarves and don't tell me I can't go up this thing. But the it's more likely going to be a mage character or a necromancer. Because they have multiple mages, not even including necromancers. They have summoners, and they have is it summoner? Yeah, I think it's called summoner. It's either summoner or conjurer, and I'm pretty sure it's summoner. They also have the wizard, I think they just call them, as well as an illusionist. I have absolutely no idea which of the three I would choose, so not sure. Yeah. I think I have to attack you, so that's fine. No, that's not good. That's good. Oh, I forgot to use you. Space. Hey, another one right here. Maybe I can actually loot you without aggroing. I'm gonna need one more after this, right there, probably. I say probably. I know there's one right there, definitely, obviously. But I say probably because it's probably the next one. Unless there's another one that ends up being even closer and easier to kill. Because does look like I have to kill this guy though, yeah. That's what I figured. Alright. Should be all the sun-dried driftwood the guy needs. Alright. There you go. No pearls. That's fine. Trying to think, should I go here? Probably not. Let's go the way I came, more or less. But yeah. So not entirely sure what I'll do on Pantheon when it comes around to it. Definitely gonna play this. And I know I'll keep talking. I need to stop talking about other games, I will say. Not so much that it's not proper, so much as just like, I seem like I'm not sure. I feel like I'm not sure about what I want to play. And because I don't know what I want to play, and I keep talking about these different games I'm thinking about playing, and I don't get around to it, it might be a little annoying. Maybe, I don't know. It's better just to talk about it, though. I feel like, one, it allows me to... Ooh, some ominous. He looks... That's just a normal Drake. He looks a little big. Yeah, that's a Drake. Does he look bigger than normal? Oh, God. Definitely can't kill him, though. I might be able to kill one of the Scalebanes, but definitely not him. Alright, auto walk for now. But yeah. Well, because part of the reason why it's good for me to talk about it, though, is just because it allows me to... Okay, yeah, you're still coming. It allows me to pretty much tell people, let people know how I'm thinking about it, and people can see where my line of thinking is. But yeah. I'm definitely going to do Minecraft at some point. I don't know if it's sometime sooner or in the way future. Because pretty much everything I'm talking about, whether I... No, that one was a little smaller, so I thought it could have been a young one. But just because I talk about a game and I make it sound like I'm going to do it soon, and it seems like I might have changed my mind or just don't do it for whatever reason, doesn't mean I'm never going to. It just means it's more or less not something I'm doing yet. Because I definitely want to do like a massive underground builds with a dwarf style character in Minecraft. Don't get me wrong, there's other survival games, and I could try. There's a lot of different games I could try that kind of stuff out on too. Minecraft is just one of the first ones that come to mind because I said it previously a few times. Like especially with the underground update, I got a lot more interested in Minecraft. Not that I play it a lot. I'm just saying more than I used to. It was never really that fun. Like I never saw the appeal to it when it first came out, and for years when it was like popular, very extremely popular. But at this point, I do like it myself. Not by no means is it my favorite. Survival games are not my go-to usually. RPGs are, but definitely. But I can definitely appreciate survival games now. Boardwalker? Okay. This thing. Oh yeah, another survival game. I never played this one by myself. Was 7 Days to Die. I think it's still technically like alpha or whatever pre-release. I don't know. I don't care. People I played games with online and talked to for a while. Still talk to now and again. They played a lot. They played a lot of 7 Days to Die, and they got me to get it so that I could play with them. Didn't do a very good job with it though, because I just explored too much. I was out looking at like the buildings or whatever, and they did not like it. Well, one of them didn't like it specifically. They wanted me to put more effort into like building and put more work into the base, which I can appreciate. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't really much of a team player. I was bringing back some things, kind of thing. I was scavenging some things, but for the most part, it was all just. Is that a? No, it's a normal one. It was. I wasn't really very helpful. The little I was doing it just wasn't enough for them. I guess I don't know. I don't care really. But it was doing pretty much what I wanted to. Okay. But the reason why I was even bringing up 7 Days to Die was because that's also one I don't mind like going underground and digging for. Although it's not as interesting as Minecraft in that regard, because underground is more or less a safe area, which is why I kind of like it in a lot of ways. You can have I like the idea of an underground city in a post-apocalyptic world, assuming that the stuff that could get to you isn't going to be a problem underground. Of course, there's reasons why it doesn't completely work in 7 Days to Die. It has been a long time since I touched that game, so I don't know what else they might change over the years. But I know I couldn't keep a base underground completely, because on Horror Day they would just dig through the earth, and that would cause a lot of annoyances and problems. So that's not something I would keep doing necessarily. Be on in a second. The next time I see us, a young Crocolisk. But so more or less, I still had to build I would still have to build a base above ground, but whatever. I can always have. I always fun with having like an above ground base and an underground one. The above one was just for Horde Nights, and underground is where I practically lived. But it had its own issues too. But I don't need to keep talking about it. I'm not sure if I'll. It's not that I would never play the game on here, it's just unlikely. And at least, even if the likelihood of it is way in the future. So I have too many other games I'd rather play sooner, kind of thing. There's lots of survival games I think I'd rather play with other people too. Like, I'd rather play a survival world with other players, so it might be that the whole underground thing is going to wait until I have another friend server that I'm part of, so we'll see on that front, but yeah. But the other reason I don't think I'm gonna wait for a friend server is because I could do like smaller builds on there, but I was starting to do a big build on the one I was playing on, and it's kind of a waste of time when the server's not gonna be there forever. It's out of my hands whenever it's gonna be gone too. So, so it's better just to have my own either my own multiplayer world or my own single player world in general. So I don't have to worry about losing all that work. I'm also going to do Ark at some point, and I was actually earlier this year, it's 2025, late last year, like sometime in the fall, I was really tempted to actually just try to do an Ark, try playing Ark, but I didn't think that would go over very well, especially on a PvP multiplayer world, but that's definitely one that's also in the future. We'll see. I want to have like a big underground dwarven style mansion in Minecraft, which is weird because even though I'm more elven, well, generally I prefer elves over dwarves most of the time. I do quite like the dwarves cities. I think a lot of people probably would. I would blame them. All right. Let's see this way. I'm also not. I think I've also said this. I am not a good builder at all. I like working with the environment, like carving the caves out more so than anything else. That's why I think the dwarven style builds work better for me. And I really do want to go for elven or nicer looking builds too, but I need to get Shuttle out. Wasn't really paying attention much there. Sorry about that, but now the quest is done, looks like. I'm not sure if I'm even going to do that one, because I don't think I got anything for doing it earlier. Yeah, I don't think it's even worth looking for. Oh. guy. Have you cured the leather? Oh, more leather to work with. My hands are eager to get started. I thank you, outsider, for getting me this. That's the last quest from these guys. I'm not sure if it's for good or for now, but right now there's no quest from them, so yeah. I swear there was a one of the times that the guy did a someone turned in a quest that summoned enemies, and I did not get that quest. Oh, hang on, never mind. It's probably for this. That would make more sense. Alright. So, recording, I would say... Actually, I could still check. I'm going for about 46 minutes. I could probably cut it here, more or less, after I turn this quest in. And I might do that. Yeah, I'm probably going to. It'll be a lot simpler. But the, probably turn this quest... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I could be... I'm not used to having my mount. Could have been running back. So I think I ran through the swamp to the coast without my mount, and then I definitely ran back without it either. Well, whatever. So, oh yeah. Oh, so I was trying to say though, I like working more with the environment. I don't like to just... Okay, that sounds... In the context of Minecraft, I don't like to cut down too many trees. I like to like build around them, kind of thing. Try to incorporate the terrain and everything into my builds rather than like make it work for me. Which I contribute that more to like an elven style build in general, because elves in general try to build alongside that terrain and environment, not against it. Humans are more against it, but not as bad as like orcs would be, kind of thing. Then dwarves are just pretty much underground. Did you find any driftwood, Arisandra? This wood is light but tough. Thank you, Arisandra. It will work nicely. Well, I guess I will turn this question. While I fix this wagon, Arisandra, I have one last task for you. I have packed the most vital supplies saved from the ogre attacks. Take them to Netherguard Keep. The keep is nestled in the northern hills of the Blasted Lands, keeping watch over the dark portal. To reach Netherguard, mistype, follow the road east. When it branches, head south into the Blasted Lands, then turn south, then turn left at the next fork. Follow the road, Arisandra, and be wary. Alright, I want to go the complete opposite way and make him very nervous. Nah, I'm doing this to pick up the other quest. I'm not sure if I'll cut this out or not. I probably should, but I want to turn in the quests on screen, so probably keep this on screen too. But the, what was it? I'll probably talk more about like that kind of build, especially the dwarven one when I get around to playing on there. I still also have Divide and Conquer I want to start playing, and I might honestly start playing that after dinner tonight. I'll see how I'm feeling about what I play. Probably either gonna be a it could be Minecraft, it could be Divide and Conquer. It's gonna be one of the dwarven playthroughs more or less, or it can be Kazagal. All I know is that I do want to talk about the Lord of the Rings dwarves, and I'm probably gonna play deck so I can. Although I'm not a good player, I'm not good at Total War. There's definitely a lot of people that are much better than me. I will probably make a fool of myself at times, but whatever. So might not be able to talk as much as I'm liking or thinking I'm going to. So
you need something?
See.
Have a good one.
Oh yeah, just picked up the quest. Nothing to buy or turn in. I read it earlier, I think,
Keep
right?
your faith in the light.
Yeah, it's a did.
Walk softly. Danger lurks.
But yeah. Another playthrough I'll do at some point. I don't know if it'll be soon or way off, because honestly, there's a lot of dwarf style characters and playthroughs, like I was saying with Minecraft, Divide and Conquer, World of Warcraft, that I doubt I'm gonna do this anytime soon. But I'm gonna try out Lord of the Rings Online and try a dwarf character on there and some other characters. It's gonna be another MMO, but primarily we're gonna see World of Warcraft on this account, this channel, I should say. You'll also see Pantheon, depending on how much I'm liking it. It could become my main one after a while, or it might be side by side with this one. But then there's gonna be other MMOs you'll see less frequently, but you might see from time to time, like Lord of the Rings Online. Star Wars: The Old Republic's also one that you'll definitely see on here. But generally, my mood is more medieval, classical. Like, I should say my tastes and preferences are more in that kind of style, like games. So World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, like just I love those settings more than anything else. But I do get my science fiction, sci-fi, sorry, whatever. Sci-fi kind of moods too. Although Star Wars is arguably a little bit more medieval because of like, it still the focus is a lot of lightsaber combat, which is pretty much just sword fighting. Which is probably why I like it as much as I do. But Star Wars: The Old Republic is not my favorite MMO. It does pull me out of characters seeing the lightsaber combat sometimes, even though I still like I love the. Alright, knocked over my microphone. I'm not sure if that sound will come through on it or not. I know I've said that previously, and when I listened back on another recording where I dropped it, there was no sound. So the software I use actually cut that sound out as well as other sounds, so I was really happy about that. But who knows if that will actually ring true with this one too. But you'll see Star Wars: The Old Republic at some point, undoubtedly. I love the storyline on there, but the gameplay I could never get into it much. Like, I don't know, because the lightsabers it falls way, like, I was hoping, because I loved Knights of the Old Republic, that when the Old Republic came out I was gonna love the game, it was gonna be a good fit, but the combat just was not it. Like, I prefer freeform kind of fighting where you have control over every movement. But pretty much Star Wars Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and Outcast. I love those ones. But the Old Republic just doesn't work. The lightsaber combat is just so weird to me on there.
With you.
Oh, what? Oh, hang on, that was the one I was getting. I forgot about that. You have business with me? What? A package from Biggs's caravan? We thought it and he were lost. Thank you, Arisandra. With luck, these supplies will carry the much-needed reagent, Azor, and crystals. Our stock is running low.
For the Alliance.
You have something for me? Ah, thank you, Arisandra. So many supplies are lost from Darkshire, blah, blah, blah. I read this earlier.
Go with honor, friend.
It gives me some reputation because it's more or less a repeatable quest. But I don't get anything. Oh, wait, I do get stuff from it. I get the actual box of supplies. I think that's what I got from it, though, too. It's just still nice. Life root, nice. Scroll of Spirit will be helpful. Alright. I don't think there's so much more for me to say. Everything else I'm going to be doing... Actually, I'm going to turn that... Actually, yeah. Alright, I guess you'll see a bit of travel in Stormwind on this recording. I'm sorry there seems to be a lot of walking around, but there wasn't a whole lot of quests to do in this video, which is why I was thinking about merging the previous main one with this one and try to find like a good middle ground between it, but I think I'm just going to keep them separate. Alright, Stormwind. But yeah. But you'll still see the game at some point on this channel, especially a couple of the classes, but you probably won't see many. You'll pretty much probably see a Sith Inquisitor, maybe a Sith Warrior, but Sith Inquisitor almost definitely. Because that's just the type of character I love. They combine magic. They could pretty much combine the Force with stealth, especially with the Assassin. That I think it's great. Jedi Shadow you'll probably see with a Sage. Outside of those, I'm not 100% sure what you'll see. You might see like the Imperial Agent, but all these characters are like way off. I just can't get into the Star Wars: The Old Republic as much, so I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Lord of the Rings Online, I probably can get into, and I've barely touched the game, so it's gonna be somewhat blind for me. But I only got the free version. I don't know how much of the content is actually not in that, so. But I don't think that's ever gonna be a main MMO you'll see on here. It'll always be World of Warcraft, probably, maybe Pantheon or some other MMO if I end up finding I like them more. Which is why I want to get into Pantheon. I really need to try it out before I regret like not getting into it. Because I just what was it? I always wanted to get into a MMO early on into its creations and pretty much like grow with the game over the years, but I'm not sure Pantheon will be that game either. I'm just saying for any MMO in general. But I think the reason I was slow with it is because I tried out a couple ones like the Lord of the Rings Online when it was free. It is free, but I got into that. I tried Elder Scrolls Online, which I'm also going to do that at some point, but I did not have much fun with that one either. The fighting was more to my liking, I will say, but I just did not. I think it was the UI among other things. I just could not get into it. I don't know what. I can't remember what it was at this point. But yeah, you'll see other MMOs, and there might be one someday that will overtake World of Warcraft as my preferred on this channel. But as of now, and in the near future, it'll be this probably. Mages, dark mages especially, and rogues or assassins will always be also the main classes you'll see. You'll see the other ones, like I said, dwarf warriors is something I'm always gonna like, but and ranges or hunters are also gonna be pretty popular. But yeah, I do definitely feel better this recording. I really hated how, I don't know. I'm saying still quite a bit. But I don't think it's as bad as last recording, so it's a little bit smoother, better commentary, I would say. But I'm also more relaxed. I'm not really focusing on trying to talk about new character and lore in general. I'm just talking about things that are going on more or less. And I think maybe I should stick with that with the dwarf as well, so it's a little easier. Although I will say I still need to talk about the character himself a bit more. So maybe I can wait on the lore if I need to, but that's not important right now anyways. Oh, before I forget. But yeah, with the what was it? But yeah, so I won't say that I'll be doing Minecraft soon or I'll do Pantheon soon. I'll talk about playing the games and then I'll get to it when I finally decide I'm going to. Kind of thing, and just more, not really surprise people, but like just do it instead of just talking about it more or less, you know. What was it? Divide and Conquer. I think the only thing that's slowing me down is I'm trying to decide what Dwarven faction I'm going to play. It's probably not going to be Erebor, who's my least favorite of the 3 Dwarven factions, funny enough. Even though they're pretty much the king of all the other dwarves. It's just, yeah. Hang on,
How are you?
Oh yeah.
See you around.
It's either going to be a Blue Mountain Dwarves or Khazad-dûm, and it's probably going to be the Blue Mountains. Because it should be the easier of the two. And I'm probably going to do the good faction on there. The good one on there. At least for this one. I'm definitely going to do like evil at some point too, but...
Be at peace.
How may I assist you? Watch Paladin Janathos sent you. Well, I know the man well. He spoke with me before his departure out to Sarogard. It is good to hear that he is alive. If he desires me to keep this book within the cathedral, I will do as such. Perhaps the words written inside will benefit those of the faith.
You
Oh. The scourge is persistent. Oh, that's the... Oh. Is that better than my current one? Stamina's lower, spirit's higher. I'm going to be doing that quest at some point, but there's no reason to pick it up now, I don't think. Actually... Yeah, no, I'll pick it up later.
Light be with you. What can I do for you today?
With the tome in my charge, I would ask of you to bring a scroll to watch Paladin Janathos in Sarogard Keep. From this scroll, I hope to bless him and those underneath his command, for the light to watch over them safely and deliver them from evil. When you see him, be sure to mention I wish him well. Alright. Well, I think that will be the end of the recording. I pretty much said what I wanted to say. Probably talk more about it was probably better for me to wait on the dwarf talk until either get to Divide and Conquer or back on my dwarven character Kazagal, but we'll see. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the recording, the video, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.